Chapter 21 Phantom Team. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. 9 in the morning, Yang Wu, who had just sent away his eldest sister Yang Yun's family, received a strange phone call. It turned out that the secret book that Yang Wu bought at the Extreme House had been delivered. Mr. Yang Wu, this is the secret book you bought at the Extreme House. You can open it with your fingerprint, sir. In an exquisite garden in Minghui community, a delivery man handed a sealed alloy box to Yang Wu. Yang Wu's fingers slid over the sensor on the box. With a beeping sound, the alloy box opened smoothly, revealing a book about half a centimeter thick, with several CDs on top of the book. Mr. Yang Wu, after you confirm that it is correct, please sign here. The delivery man handed over a professional delivery order with a smile on his face. Yang Wu took the delivery order, confirmed that the information was correct, and signed his name. Mr. Yang Wu, I believe you already know some taboos after purchasing cheap books. The delivery man smiled and said, but according to the rules, I have to tell you again. The copyright of the cheat book belongs to the creator of the cheat book. The creator of world destruction is the world's strongest man, Hong, and the purchaser is only the right to learn is not authorized. You must not copy and teach secrets in private. Once discovered, you will be jointly pursued by the 2 major martial arts schools, the HR Alliance, and the 5 major powers. I understand. Yang Wu smiled and nodded. If it weren't for this reason, he could first practice the flame spear technique he obtained in the simulator. After everything was settled, Yang Wu returned home with the secret book. Just as he was about to open it and try some practice, he suddenly received a call from Wu Tong, the chief instructor of Yangzhou City. Wu Tong was also staying in Minghui community at this time. He called because he wanted to talk to Yang Wu about something. Of course Yang Wu went happily. A few minutes later, Yang Wu walked into the Extreme Club. As soon as he walked into the hall, he saw Wu Tong who was already waiting there. Uncle Wu. Yang Wu greeted with a smile. Yang Wu. He greeted with the same smile, and Wu Tong took Yang Wu to a living room on the 2nd floor of the Extreme Club. After the 2 of them sat down, Wu Tong asked with a smile, Yang Wu, I heard that Director Zhuge planned to arrange for you to go to the Global Warrior Basic Training Camp, but you refused. Yes, Uncle Wu, what's wrong? Yang Wu said with a smile. Director Zhuge's assistant did call Yang Wu before and asked if Yang Wu was interested in going to the Global Warrior Basic Training Camp, but Yang Wu refused. The basic training camp was really not that helpful to Yang Wu who had a simulator. Yang Wu, according to the instructions of Director Zhuge, we are going to arrange a more powerful warrior team for you. I wonder if you have a warrior team you want to go to? Wu Tong asked with a smile. If he is an ordinary genius, Wu Tong can directly contact a team of warriors at the general level, because for newcomers, no matter how talented they are, they will always be held back in the team of warriors at the beginning, but Yang Wu is different. Wu Tong now knows all of Yang Wu's strength from Zhuge Tao, his physical fitness at the junior general level, and his professional level marksmanship. Strictly speaking, his strength is slightly higher than that of Wu Tong, so the strength of the warrior team he found is also you have to be stronger. With Yang Wu's current strength, Wu Tong must discuss it with him in advance, otherwise it will be a disservice to him when the time comes. Not yet. Yang Wu shook his head and said, Uncle Wu, even the friends I know who are warriors, most of them are warrior-level warriors who have just passed the quasi-martialist examination for a few years. Such strength, for me, that's a bit low. The only warriors at the Extreme Martial Arts Gym in Yangzhou City are you, Uncle Wu, Uncle Kong, and Brother Chen. I'm planning to ask you for help. In fact, Yang Wu originally planned to try to join the Fire Hammer team with Luo Feng, but later gave up the idea. First of all, the strength of the Fire Hammer team is already a bit low for Yang Wu. Even Gao Feng, the captain of the Fire Hammer team, is almost as strong as Yang Wu. Secondly, Luo Feng went to the elite training camp not long after joining the Fire Hammer team. By then, the Fire Hammer team would be at risk of disbanding. Therefore, Yang Wu changed his mind and planned to find a team of stronger warriors to join. So Yang Wu, what kind of warrior team do you plan to join? Wu Tong asked with a smile. Of course, the stronger the better. Yang Wu said with a smile, Uncle Wu, you also know my strength. If you have a team of warriors you are familiar with, you can introduce one to me." After listening to Yang Wu's words, Wu Tong pondered for a moment and said, "Yang Wu, the one I was going to help you contact was Kong Quan's Flying Eagle Squad. There are 3 general-level warriors in the Flying Eagle Squad. In the entire Jiangnan base city, it's also very famous. But since you plan to join a powerful warrior team, I have a better team to recommend to you, but I don't know if you can join it." "Uncle Wu, what are you talking about?" Yang Wu asked expectantly. "Phantom Team," Wu Tong said with a complicated look. "Phantom Team?" Yang Wu asked doubtfully. He had just become a warrior and didn't know much about the warrior team in Jiangnan base city. Even the Fire Hammer team is only familiar because of the original work. "Yang Wu," Wu Tong said with a trace of regret on his face, "the Phantom Team is strong enough to rank among the top 3 in the entire Jiangnan base city. I can try to contact you and let them you have a chance to join, it's up to you whether you can seize it. Can you rank among the top 3 in the entire Jiangnan base city?" Yang Wu was a little excited. If he joined such a warrior team, it would definitely be of great help to improve his strength. "Thank you, Uncle Wu." Yang Wu thanked him while logging into Extreme Home to search for relevant information about the Phantom Team. "If you don't check, you won't know. If you check, you will be shocked. This Phantom Team is one of the top warrior-level elite teams in Jiangnan base city. There are 5 members in the team, all of whom are warrior-level warriors. Among them, there are 2 high-level warriors and 3 mid-level warriors. That's a high-level warrior. You know, even Zhuge Tao, the director of the Extreme Martial Arts School in the Jiangnan base city, is only as strong as a high-level warrior. There are 2 supervisor-level masters in a warrior team. How terrifying is this? How do you like it?" Wu Tong said with a smile, "I didn't lie to you. Uncle Wu." Yang Wu was a little confused at this time. "How did you?" It stands to reason that with Wu Tong's strength, it is unlikely that he would interact with the Phantom Team, let alone give Yang Wu a chance to join the warrior team. "Haha. I know what you are going to say." Wu Tong laughed, looking both proud and disappointed. "Uncle Wu and I were once part of the Phantom Team." Chapter 22 Opportunity. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Uncle Wu and I were once part of the Phantom Team. As soon as Wu Tong said these words, Yang Wu was completely stunned. Of course Wu Tong knew what Yang Wu was thinking, and explained, the Phantom Team was not as powerful as it is now, and the captain was only a mid-level general warrior. However, the Phantom Team later added a new member, Chutian, the current captain of the Phantom Team. He turned out to be an extremely rare spiritual master. Because of his mental power, Chutian's strength improved very quickly. Soon, he became the strongest player in the team, but it is a pity that the captain's mental telepathy talent is not very good, and it was exhausted after his mental telepathy reached the elementary warrior level, but even so, the captain's strength still increased very quickly. Slowly, the Phantom Team became stronger and stronger. I couldn't keep up with the team, so I simply retired and returned to Yangzhou City to become an instructor. When talking about his retirement, Wu Tong looked very lonely. For a warrior, although retirement reduces the risk, it also loses passion. Uncle Wu, your experience is so wonderful. After hearing Wu Tong's experience, Yang Wu couldn't help but sigh. Originally, Yang Wu asked Wu Tong to help introduce the warrior team, just because he didn't know many strong people. Unexpectedly, Wu Tong actually gave him such a surprise. As for whether he can join the Phantom Team, Yang Wu is still very confident in himself. Yang Wu, you should have met the captain of the Phantom Team too. Wu Tong recovered his emotions and said with a smile, I remember last month when you guys took part in the quasi-martial artist assessment, the captain came to see me. I wonder if you still have. Do you remember? It turns out that he is Chutian, the captain of the Phantom Team. Yang Wu immediately thought of the silver-haired and black-robed man who appeared in the examination hall at that time. At that time, Yang Wu was still confused when he heard the chief instructor Wu Tong call him captain, but now he finally got the answer. Yang Wu, if you are interested in joining the Phantom team, I can help you get a chance to take the assessment. Wu Tong said with a smile. In fact, if Yang Wu was just a 24-year-old junior general-level warrior, Wu Tong would never introduce him to the Phantom team. But Yang Wu not only mastered the professional-level marksmanship, but the increased power he gained from practicing the genetic energy for the first time was also extremely astonishing. That's why Wu Tong planned to introduce Yang Wu to the Phantom team. He couldn't continue to go to the wilderness area with his teammates, so introducing a genius to the past could be regarded as his heartfelt wish. I do, thank you Uncle Wu. Yang Wu said quickly. No fool would want to join such a powerful team of warriors. I'll contact the captain first. After Wu Tong finished speaking, he walked out of the living room alone. In a quiet room, Wu Tong dialed the number of Phantom Team Captain Chutian. The call was quickly connected, and Chutian's hearty laughter came from the phone. Hey, Brother Wu, why are you free to call me today? Captain. Wu Tong smiled and said, aren't you in the wilderness area now? No. We just came back a few days ago, and now the team is repairing in the base city. What, Brother Wu, do you have something to do with us? Chutian asked. I have something to trouble the captain. Wu Tong said embarrassedly. Hearing that Wu Tong had something to do with him, Chutian immediately paid attention to it and said quickly, Brother Wu, if you have anything to do, just tell me and I will definitely take care of it for you. When Chutian was not very strong, Wu Tong took great care of him in the team. Now I finally met Wu Tong and asked him for help. He must have taken it very seriously. That's it. Wu Tong quickly explained, I have a little brother here named Yang Wu who has just passed the quasi-warrior actual combat assessment and his strength has reached the junior general level. But he hasn't found the right one yet. The warrior team, I want to see if I can put him into our Phantom team. That after hearing this, Chutian frowned slightly, and no longer looked as confident as before. Now every member of the Phantom team has been selected after thousands of selections. If a newcomer who has just become a warrior is added rashly, even if the opponent's physical fitness reaches the level of a junior warrior, he will definitely be against the warrior team. Force has an impact. If someone else comes to Chutian for this matter, Chutian will definitely refuse without hesitation. However, Wu Tong is different from others. Wu Tong is not only a former member of the Phantom team, but also his life and death brother to Chutian. For a moment, Chutian didn't know what to do. Hearing the silence on the other end of the phone, the thoughtful Wu Tong still didn't know what Chutian was thinking, so he quickly explained, Captain, the person I'm talking about not only has the physical fitness to reach the level of a junior warrior, but he has mastered the professional level marksmanship, and his body skills are also good. Although he has not reached the micro level, his foundation is also very solid. What is even more commendable is that the first time he practiced genetic energy, his strength increased by nearly 8,000 kilograms. This is impossible. Chutian said in surprise on the other end of the phone, if what you said is true, then why don't the martial arts school leaders plan to vigorously train him? Yang Wu is already 24 years old. After Wu Tong finished speaking, Chutian on the other end of the phone fell silent. As a former spiritual genius, Chutian knew very well how embarrassing this age was for a talented warrior. Generally speaking, spiritual masters have the opportunity to join the God of War preparatory camp after awakening. However, Chutian was already 25 years old when he awakened his spiritual power. As a result, he naturally had no chance to join the elite training camp because of his low talent as a spiritual teacher. If I had been able to join the elite training camp, I might be a God of War warrior now. Chutian, who was already 31 years old, thought to himself. A moment later, Chutian said on the phone, Brother Wu, if you are free, bring him over. However, whether he can join the Phantom team will only be known after the assessment. Although he felt that Yang Wu had some sympathy with him, Chutian still did not immediately agree to let him join the Phantom team. After all, he had to consider the safety of all team members. Okay, we'll go there right away. Wu Tong responded immediately after receiving the answer. Yang Wu was currently in the living room browsing the introduction to the Phantom Squad in Extreme House. The more he read, the more he felt that he should join the Phantom Squad. At this time, Wu Tong suddenly opened the door and walked in. Yang Wu. Wu Tong said happily, right now, the Phantom team happens to be undergoing repairs in the main urban area of Jiangnan Base City. Without further ado, we will rush there immediately. Okay, we'll go right away. Yang Wu said quickly, it was better to do things sooner rather than later. Yang Wu called his parents and immediately followed Wu Tong on the train to the main city. Chapter 23 Chutian. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Uncle Wu, has Phantom Team really hunted Lord-level monsters? Yang Wu asked curiously on the train heading to the main city. This is definitely not because Yang Wu has little experience, but because this achievement is extremely rare. If we talk about knowledge, Yang Wu, who is familiar with the original work, has a lot of knowledge. He didn't care at all about the god of war and existences beyond the god of war level on Earth. They were just low-level apprentices and planet-level warriors. However, the vitality of Lord-level monsters is much stronger than that of war god-level beings. If humans did not have combat uniforms and various weapons and equipment, warriors of the same level would not be able to defeat the monsters. Moreover, there is a huge difference in strength between warrior-level warriors and Lord-level monsters. If the Phantom Team has really hunted Lord-level monsters, I am afraid that each member of the team is an elite among warrior-level warriors. If you join them, you can grow up faster. I'm not sure, but this news should be true. Wu Tong said with a smile. When the Phantom Team hunted Lord-level monsters, Wu Tong had already left the team for a long time. Although Wu Tong has a good relationship with several main members of the Phantom Team, he is not thoughtful enough to ask such questions specifically. However, Wu Tong also learned some information through other channels, and then said to Yang Wu uncertainly. Half an hour later, the train arrived at the main urban area of Jiangnan Base City. The two of them got off the train and walked on the exclusive passage for warriors. Looking at the bustling crowd, Yang Wu was very emotional. The main urban area is far more prosperous than Yangzhou City. The biggest feeling for Yang Wu here is its spaciousness. Even in the most prosperous section of Yangzhou City, the roads are not as wide as the current station roads. After Yang Wu and Wu walked a few steps, they saw a tall and burly man standing in front. Lao Wu, long time no see. How are you? How are you lately? As soon as the strong man saw Wu Tong, he came over enthusiastically and hugged Wu Tong with a very happy tone. Just keep doing the same thing, stay in the martial arts gym and teach. I can't compare to you Zhou Zheng, who kills everyone in the wilderness area, and a trip out is worth hundreds of millions of Chinese coins. Wu Tong's face was also full of smiles. After listening to Wu Tong's words, Zhou Zheng couldn't help but think of the scene when Wu Tong retired, and his nose felt slightly sore. However, Zhou Zheng quickly adjusted his emotions and said with a smile, I still envy you. We live and die in the wilderness area every day. How comfortable are you in the base city? If I retire one day, I will join you. Old Wu, don't kick me out when the time comes. Hee hee. Wu Tong laughed and said, you are still defecting to me. If you retire, I'm afraid you can compete for the position of supervisor. By then, you have to protect me. Supervisor? I'm still far away. Zhou Zheng shook his head and said, for the position of director of an extreme martial arts gym, the strength must be at least that of a high-level warrior, and there must be enough support from the powerful god of war behind him. Although Zhou Zheng was strong enough, his connections were far from being able to compete for the position of supervisor. Okay, let's not talk about this anymore. Zhou Zheng waved his hand, his eyes fell on Yang Wu, and asked with a smile, this little brother is the Yang Wu you want to recommend to the team? Yes. Wu Tong nodded and said, this is the Yang Wu I recommended to the captain today. Even though he is young, he is probably even stronger than me. What? Zhou Zheng said in surprise, Old Wu, are you telling the truth, that when Zhou Zheng came, the captain only told him that the Phantom Team was going to test a newcomer with the strength of a junior general introduced by Wu Tong and asked him to take it? Zhou Zheng originally thought he was just a newcomer with higher physical fitness, but Wu Tong unexpectedly said that he was no match for the opponent. You must know that although Wu Tong's physical fitness is only at the junior general level, he Has decades of fighting experience. If it really comes to a fight, I am afraid that ordinary warriors at the junior general level will not be able to parry, let alone be slightly better. Of course it's true. Am I still lying to you? Wu Tong said angrily, and then said to Yang Wu, this is Zhou Zheng, my life and death brother when I was in the Phantom Team. Hello, Uncle Zhou, Yang Wu greeted with a smile. Well. Zhou Zheng nodded slightly and said, since you are all here, let's go to see the captain together. Afterwards, the three of them got on a heavy off-road vehicle and rushed to the Extreme Building, the headquarters of the Extreme Martial Arts School in Jiangnan Bay City. The speed of the off-road vehicle was very fast, and within a short time, the three of them arrived at the headquarters of the Extreme Martial Arts Gym. After showing their IDs, the three of them arrived at a spacious martial arts training hall on the second floor of the Extreme Building. Yang Wu followed Wu Tong and Zhou Zheng into the martial arts training hall and found that there were two people competing in the martial arts training hall. One is a young man in his 20s, holding a sword and a shield with a very sharp blade. The other is a middle-aged man in his 40s, holding two golden hammers, one big and one small, with an amazing momentum. Hey, Lao Zheng, Xiao Wang, stop practicing, people are here. Zhou Zheng shouted, and the two people who were sparring in the center of the hall stopped immediately. Brother Wu. The middle-aged man put his hammers aside, and in a flash, he was already beside Yang Wu and the others. Another young man seemed not to be familiar with Wu Tong. After glancing at Yang Wu and the others, he silently walked to the sofa nearby. Ha, Zheng Tao, long time no see. Wu Tong walked over with a smile, stretched out his hand and shook it tightly. Brother Wu, is this the newcomer you introduced? Zheng Tao walked towards Yang Wu with a smile and said gently, hello, I am Zheng Tao. Then Zheng Tao pointed to the young man who was already sitting on the sofa and said, that's Wang Ji, don't mind, Xiao Wang has this temperament that is cold on the outside and hot on the inside. After listening to Zheng Tao's introduction, Yang Wu immediately remembered the information he had checked. The blood knife Wang Ji and the heart-destroying hammer Zheng Tao are both very famous mid-level warriors in Jiangnan Bay City. Wang Ji was once a genius who was specially recruited by the Extreme Martial Arts Gym in advance. Where's the captain? Why don't you see anyone else? Wu Tong looked around and didn't see the captain Chutian, so he asked with some confusion. The captain just went out with Xiao Qing. Xiao Wang has notified him and he should be here soon. Zheng Tao returned. Let's stop standing, sit down and take a rest. After Zhou Zheng finished speaking, he led Yang Wu and others to the sofa and sat down. The martial arts training hall is fully equipped. Zhou Zheng took out a few bottles of drinks from the machine on the side and threw them to Yang Wu and others, saying, brothers, drink some water first. At this moment, two people walked in outside the martial arts training hall. One of them had silver hair and black robes, and there seemed to be countless stars floating in his eyes. The other person was wearing a black tights, with bright eyes and white teeth. She turned out to be a heroic female warrior. Seeing the two people appear, Yang Wu immediately remembered the information about the two people he had seen: Fantasy Sword, Chutian, and Shadowless Arrow, Lu Qing. Chutian is the captain of the Phantom Team. He is a high-level warrior with great reputation. If he retires, he will probably become a powerful supervisor immediately. And Lu Qing is the only warrior in the team who uses thermal weapons. Of course, she can also use cold weapons, and her archery skills are superb, with no missed shots. Chapter 24 Join. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Brother Wu. Chu Tian led Lu Qing over quickly and greeted him warmly. Yang Wu and others also stood up immediately. Team leader, everyone shouted quickly. Yang Wu didn't speak because he didn't know what to call him now. Captain. Wu Tong glanced at Lu Qing behind Chu Tian and asked with a smile, when can I drink your wedding wine? Ha! Chu Tian laughed happily, come on, come on. When the time comes, Brother Wu, you have to prepare a big gift for me. No problem. Wu Tong also laughed. Chu Tian still did not ask Yang Wu immediately, but smiled and chatted about some past events with Wu Tong and others. Yang Wu just stood aside and listened quietly. Seeing Yang Wu's performance, Chutian nodded secretly in his heart. Most of today's genius warriors have some arrogant problems, but Yang Wu was very quiet when he was left alone, which already made him feel good about him. However, this good impression alone, even if coupled with Wu Tong's favor, would not allow him to immediately include Yang Wu in the team, because he also had to consider the safety of all team members. My little brother's name is Yang Wu. Chutian, who was chatting with Wu Tong and others, suddenly asked Yang Wu. Everyone who was chatting was stunned for a moment. They seemed to have forgotten that Yang Wu was there. Of course, Yang Wu was not stunned, and quickly replied, "Yes, I am Yang Wu." At this time, Wu Tong also reacted and said quickly, "Yes, this is Yang Wu." Chutian waved his hand to signal everyone to be silent, and then asked Yang Wu, "Yang Wu, you were introduced by Brother Wu. I can give you a chance to join the Phantom team. However, you have to meet Wang Ji later. Or one of the Zheng brothers can compete with each other. If you can get everyone's approval, you can stay. Don't worry, they will never use more power or speed than you." Chutian's tone was extremely calm, but it gave people the feeling that he was telling the truth. Although Yang Wu was introduced by Wu Tong, Chutian would never dare to easily pull Yang Wu into the Phantom team. The warrior team constantly enters and exits the wilderness area, always wandering on the edge of life and death. If a drag bottle is rashly added, it may drag down the entire team. Yang Wu glanced at Wu Tong, then at the other members of the Phantom team, then nodded slowly and said, "No problem." "So, who are you going to choose?" Seeing that Yang Wu agreed to his conditions, Chutian looked at Yang Wu with interest. Wang Ji and Jing Tao are similar in strength, but have completely different fighting styles. Moreover, Jing Tao and Wu Tong are brothers in life and death, and they might secretly take care of Yang Wu. Others thought of this, and Yang Wu certainly did too. So Yang Wu said without hesitation, "If possible, I would like to ask Brother Wang for some advice." After saying that, Yang Wu looked at Wang Ji and Chutian quietly. At this time, Wang Ji had also walked over. When he saw the captain nodding slightly, he didn't say anything more and walked directly to the side of the martial arts training hall, holding the sword and shield just placed there in his hands. Yang Wu also walked to the weapons cabinet silently. "Yang Wu, come on." Wu Tong stood aside and shouted that he brought Yang Wu here because he naturally wanted Yang Wu to join the Phantom team. Yang Wu nodded, came to the weapons cabinet, moved his eyes for a moment, and selected a Pajuan series long gun. This gun is silver-white in color, cold to the touch, and the tip of the gun shines with a heart-stopping cold light. What a gun! Yang Wu has not purchased weapons and equipment yet, and there were no weapons that he could use in the extreme martial arts gym in Ian District before, so this is the first time he has seen such a good weapon. However, this is the headquarters of the Extreme Martial Arts School in Jiangnan Base City. There are many even God of War level experts, and the weapons and equipment are naturally very complete. Holding the Pajuan gun in his hand, Yang Wu's whole aura changed. "Brother Wang, please advise." Yang Wu walked to the field and bowed slightly to Wang Ji and said. Wang Ji didn't speak, just nodded and signaled Yang Wu to take action. Boom. The moment Wang Ji finished nodding, Yang Wu took action. This shot stabbed directly into Wang Ji's heart, as powerful as a galloping horse, as fast as lightning. Wang Ji still stood still, the shield in his left hand tilted slightly, blocking Yang Wu's fatal blow from the side at an incredible angle. Brush. At the moment when the two of them crossed paths, Wang Ji drew his sword. This knife was very insidious. Wang Ji used his shield as a cover to block his attack, and then slashed Yang Wu's neck with the knife. Wang Ji's sword skills have improved a lot. Yes, being young is good. The members of the Phantom team watching the battle were communicating with each other. As for the safety of the two people fighting against each other, with the captain here, there is no need for them to worry. When Yang Wu saw this, he didn't panic at all. He raised his left hand slightly and blocked Wang Ji's fatal blow with the barrel of his gun. Clang. The sword and the gun barrel collided hard together. Yang and Wu each took a few steps back, and then each stepped forward. "You came and I fought together. This kid is also very good." This shooting technique is by no means as simple as just reaching the professional level, that the few people present were all elite warriors at the warrior level. How could they not see the exquisite marksmanship in Yang Wu's hands? The talent is quite good. His marksmanship has reached this point at the age of 24. Captain, please keep this kid and train him more. He will become a general who can stand alone in the future. Zheng Tao said excitedly. Chutian did not speak, but continued to stare at the two people who were constantly fighting in the field. At this moment, the situation on the court suddenly changed. I saw the spear in Yang Wu's hand twirling slightly before thrusting out at an extremely astonishing speed. Wang Jigang's sword power had been exhausted and he could only block with his shield, but as soon as the shield touched Yang Wu's spear, it was shaken away by the force of rotation. In desperation, Wang Ji no longer cared about suppressing his strength, and his mid-level warrior-level strength suddenly exploded. The sword in his right hand suddenly accelerated and slashed hard at the gun barrel in Yang Wu's hand. Not good. Wang Ji's sudden burst of power shocked everyone. At this critical moment, two flying knives suddenly flew out from Chu Tian's body and hit the weapons of Yang Wu and Wang Ji respectively. With two ding-ding sounds, all the weapons of the two men were blown away by the flying knives. Aji, you lost. Chu Tian walked over slowly, and the flying knife automatically flew back into the pocket on his leggings, apologized to Yang Wu. Wang Ji had already woken up and said quickly, Brother Yang Wu, it's my fault this time. I'll treat you to dinner later. He had just faced danger, and even though he knew the captain was watching, he still couldn't help but unleash all his strength. If the captain hadn't been watching, Yang Wu might have been really hurt. Brother Wang's sword skills are very powerful. I will ask Brother Wang for more advice in the future. Yang Wu said with a slight smile. Just now, Wang Ji just slashed his army-breaking spear, which was obviously merciful. Even if the two weapons collided, Yang Wu was only slightly injured. Yang Wu, welcome to join the Phantom Team. Chu Tian extended his right hand to Yang Wu. He had a hunch that Yang Wu's joining would definitely bring surprises to the Phantom Team. Is this agreed? Wu Tong on the side also had a smile on his face. Brother Yang, we will be brothers in the same team from now on. Zhou Zheng and others also congratulated. Chapter 25. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. After Yang Wu joined the team, a group of people from the Phantom Team celebrated by having a big meal in the restaurant of the Extreme Martial Arts headquarters. After eating, Chutian took Lu Yuan and others to a lounge to chat. Yang Wu. Chutian asked with a smile, our team is expected to go to the wilderness area to hunt monsters in 10 days. Do you have all the weapons and equipment now? Not yet. Yang Wu replied helplessly, Captain, I want to buy a better set of weapons and equipment, but I have just become a warrior and have no contribution points yet. If I buy it in full, it will be too expensive. I am planning to. I was looking for help from Uncle Wu, but I didn't expect that Uncle Wu would lead me here. It's easy. Zhou Zheng patted Yang Wu on the shoulder and said with a smile, my contribution points have reached 3 stars now. Give me the list of equipment you need, and I can help you buy it at half price. Turn around, just give me the payment for the goods. However, you have to buy the secret book yourself, and there is nothing we can do to help. I understand, thank you, Brother Zhou. Yang Wu nodded. In the future, in the same team, it would be inappropriate to call one uncle and another brother, so Yang Wu changed his name to Zhou Zheng, and no one cared. Yang Wu had long been optimistic about the relevant equipment, and now sent it directly to Zhou Zheng on his mobile phone. The Unified 6 Series equipment, the full set of combat uniforms is 80 million. Half price is 40 million, the Pejuan series long gun, the A6 level is 20 million. Full price, and the half price is 10 million. With these 2 items, all the money given to Yang Wu by the Extreme Martial Arts Hall has been spent. Startup capital. Fortunately, Yang Wu usually has some savings, and the prices of gadgets such as backpacks and communication watches are quite affordable, so they can be purchased together. After seeing Yang Wu's purchase list, several people were slightly surprised. They obviously didn't know that Zhuge Tao increased Yang Wu's starting capital. I didn't expect you, Yang Wu, are still a little rich man. Zheng Tao said with a smile, in fact, 50 million Chinese coins are completely insignificant to everyone in the Phantom team. But for a newcomer like Yang Wu who has just become a warrior, it is also a huge sum of money. Even though Yang Wu has warrior-level strength, he has not hunted monsters yet, so naturally he has no monster materials to sell. Okay. Chutian saw that things were arranged properly and smiled at Yang Wu. Yang Wu, after the equipment is delivered, you still have to get familiar with it as soon as possible and try to get it ready before entering the wilderness area. Captain, I understand. Yang Wu nodded slightly. The equipment that warriors usually use is the most convenient. After replacing new equipment, due to the different weight and material of the equipment, it will inevitably take a while to get used to it. A few people chatted for a while, and it wasn't until 2 o'clock in the afternoon that Yang Wu and Wu Tong rushed back to Yangzhou City, Minghua Community, Villa number 201, in the martial arts training hall on the second floor. Yang Wu was sitting cross-legged on the ground, with a thick secret book in front of him, which was the first level of the ultimate. Marksmanship World Destruction. Opening the first page of Destruction of the World Gun Skills, Yang Wu immediately saw a bit of oncoming gun light. The cold air was overwhelming and it destroyed all things. It was frightening. So strong. Yang Wu sighed in his heart. Just a copy of the handwriting can make a warrior-level warrior himself feel frightened. Hong is worthy of being the world's strongest person who has understood the domain. After being frightened, Yang Wu continued to read. The fundamental meaning of the destruction of the world marksmanship that I created is the 2 words of stillness and movement. As an old saying goes, be as still as a virgin and move as fast as a rabbit. Quietness is for a better explosion. If you don't move, you will be done. If you move, you will go all out. With one shot, the world will shake and everything will be destroyed. After Yang Wu finished reading the first page, he continued to turn to the second page and read on. Being still allows you to use stillness to better observe the enemy's flaws and find the opponent's weaknesses. When you move, it will be a full blow, making the enemy unable to defend against your attack. The world destruction marksmanship I created combines unique fields in the world. Once you understand it, you will be invincible at the same level. The secret book of Destroy the World includes a set of movement technique, Shadow, a set of top guidance technique, Glory 7 stars, and a set of marksmanship technique, Destroy the World. The guidance technique can give you a more powerful physique, marksmanship and body skills, and can give you more advanced skills. Only through constant practice and astonishing understanding can one understand the true meaning of the destruction of the world marksmanship. Although the cheats have introduced a lot, Yang Wu's marksmanship and body skills have now made some achievements, and most of the guidance skills are in conjunction with the cultivation of genetic energy. Therefore, Yang Wu pays more attention to the shooting skills and the destruction of the world. Force skills. Yang Wu quickly read the section on exerting force recorded in the secret book. After reading the power-generating techniques recorded in the first level of the cheat book, Yang Wu finally realized the difference between the top cheats and ordinary cheats. Perhaps this book Destruction of the World is nothing at all in the vast universe, however, compared with the fire gun showdown that Yang Wu learned in the simulator, world destruction is extremely sophisticated. Just the first level of world destruction, once you master it, you can have twice the power-generating skills. At the second level, you can have 3 times the power. The 5th level is 6 times the force. As for the 6th level of the secret book, what is improved is not the skill of exerting force. It is said that Hong is the only person in the world who can master the 6th level of world destruction. Perhaps, the 6th level involves the secrets of the domain. Yang Wu thought secretly in his heart, in the world of destruction, Hong has clearly stated that it incorporates his own domain. The reason why the 6th level of marksmanship in the world of destruction is difficult to practice is most likely because of the domain. No matter what, the field is still far away from me. It's better for me to master the first level of force-generating skills first. In the martial arts training hall, Yang Wu used his arm as a spear and stabbed continuously, constantly practicing the marksmanship in the first level of Destroy the World. The first level of Destroy the World contains a total of 13 marksmanships. According to the secret book, These 13 marksmanships will help you understand the power-generating techniques in the first level of Destroy the World. Yang Wu immediately lost track of time while practicing. He didn't react until his mother Lu Yuhua called him to eat. Putting the secret book back in his bedroom, Yang Wu walked downstairs and saw his parents already sitting at the table, but did not find his younger brother Yang Fan. "Dad, Mom, where is Xiaofan?" Yang Wu asked doubtfully. "It's already dinner time, why haven't you come back yet?" "It's still summer vacation, and students don't have to go to school at all. Yang Fan usually does homework or practices at home. Xiaofan went to his classmate's house. I just called him and he won't be back until later," said his father, Yang Yuanda. "Ignore him, let's eat first." Lu Yuhua stood up and filled Yang Wu with a bowl of rice. Chapter 26 Departure. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Time flies. Although Yang Wu joined the Phantom Team, the Phantom Team is currently resting in the base city, so Yang Wu naturally cannot go to the wilderness area alone. Therefore, Yang Wu took this time to practice his power-generating skills, and occasionally went to the martial arts gym to compete with Wu Tong. Wu Tong originally intended to get close to Yang Wu, otherwise he would not have spent favors to bring Yang Wu into the Phantom Team, so he naturally tried his best during the competition, and Yang Wu gained a lot, but Destroy the World is indeed the ultimate secret book. For 10 days in a row, although Yang Wu has mastered all the 13 types of marksmanship that he has practiced, he still hasn't mastered the technique of exerting force. In the blink of an eye, the time came to August 13th. This day was also the day when the Phantom Team set out for the wilderness area. Early in the morning, Yang Wu received a call from Wu Tong. "Yang Wu, today is the day for you to go to the wilderness area. Don't be late." Wu Tong warned worriedly. "Uncle Wu, don't worry, I'm leaving soon." At this time, Yang Wu was already fully armed, wearing an alloy battle helmet, a black combat vest, and a silver-gray combat uniform, a pair of alloy combat boots on his feet, a warrior combat backpack on his back, and a combat watch fixed on his wrist. Lifting the A6 level army breaking gun in his hand, Yang Wu, fully armed, walked out of his room. As soon as he came downstairs, Yang Wu saw his father Yang Yuanda, mother Lu Yuhua and brother Yang Fan, who were already waiting in the living room. The three of them looked at Yang Wu quietly. They knew that today was the day for Yang Wu to go to the wilderness area. "Oh, you have to be careful," Lu Yuhua said worriedly. "Mom, don't worry." Yang Wu quickly comforted. "The warrior team I joined is the top Phantom Team in Jiangnan Base City. It rarely encounters danger in the wilderness area." After Yang Wu finished speaking, he looked at his father and younger brother. "Second brother, when I become a warrior, I will go to the wilderness area with you." Younger brother Yang Fan stood aside and said proudly, "Yang Fan's talent as a martial artist is quite good. He has just graduated from junior high school and is already an intermediate student in the martial arts school." "Okay." Yang Wu smiled and nodded. "Xiaofan, you are an adult now. I am not at home, so you have to take good care of your parents." "Don't worry, second brother," Yang Fan quickly assured. "Dad, Mom, I'm leaving. Don't worry, I'll be back soon." After saying that, Yang Wu walked directly out the door, watching Yang Wu, who was dressed in combat uniform, leave quickly. Yang Yuanda and the other three stood silently at the door for a long time. They heard the nannies shout and then returned home. Yang Wu came to the gate of the community, got on the special car of the Extreme Martial Arts Hall alone, and quickly set off to the meeting place of the Phantom Team, the main urban area of Jiangnan Base City, HR Alliance Mall. This is the most prosperous place in the entire Jiangnan Base City. Most warriors who go to the wilderness area or return from the wilderness area like to come here to relax. The Phantom Team agreed to meet up at the HR Alliance Mall building. After Yang Wu got off the special car from the Extreme Martial Arts School, he walked directly into the lobby on the first floor of the building. "Yang Wu, here." As soon as he entered the hall, Yang Wu heard someone calling his name. Turning around, he saw Zhou Zheng and Zheng Tao sitting at the bar in a corner of the hall. Yang Wu walked over quickly. "Brother Zhou, Brother Zheng, you guys came so early." Yang Wu was indeed surprised. In order to leave a good impression on the other members of the Phantom Team, Yang Wu deliberately arrived an hour and a half early. Unexpectedly, he was not the first to arrive. Both of us are in Jiangnan Bay City, and there are relatively few things to do, so we came here in advance. Zhou Zheng said with a smile, "You kid, you woke up so early. Is it because it was your first time to go to the wilderness area and you were so nervous that you didn't fall asleep last night?" Yang Wu smiled and shook his head. Nervous? That's still true. Although this is Yang Wu's first time in the wilderness area in real life, in the simulator, he has been wandering in the wilderness area for several years. Perhaps in terms of experience, he may not be able to compare with seniors like Zhou Zheng, but Yang Wu's experience is not comparable to that of a simple new warrior. While the three of them were chatting, Wang Ji, dressed in combat uniform, also arrived carrying a sword and shield. "Brother Zhou, Brother Zheng, Yang Wu." Wang Ji greeted with an expressionless face. "Brother Wang." Yang Wu greeted with a smile. Zhou Zheng and Jing Tao are both in their 40s. Apart from Yang Wu, the youngest member of the Phantom team is 27-year-old Wang Ji. Although Wang Ji usually seems very cold, after getting along with him several times, Yang Wu found that he was still very talkative. The four of them ordered a few cups of tea, then sat together and chatted, waiting for the captain and Lu Qing to arrive. "Brother Zhou, which city is our team going to hunt monsters this time?" Yang Wu asked with a smile. Most of the monsters in the wilderness area near Jiangnan Bay City gather in abandoned big cities, and there are various abandoned high-rise buildings in the city as bunkers, making it easier to hunt monsters. Zhou Zheng took a sip of tea and said with a smile, "Our Phantom team has always been operating in City 003, the original demon city of China. However, this is the first time for you, Yang Wu, to enter the wilderness area. The captain and I were afraid that you wouldn't be able to adapt to City 003, so this time we decided to go to City 023, which is the original Sioux city. Brother Zhou, Brother Zheng, Brother Wang, thank you for taking care of everyone." Yang Wu thanked him quickly. Although City 023 is safer than City 003, there are also many fewer high-level monsters. For their own sake, the powerful Phantom team chose to go to City 023, which has fewer monsters. Yang Wu couldn't help but be moved. "What are you talking about?" Chutian led Lu Qing over from a short distance away. "Team leader. Team leader." Yang Wu and the others quickly looked back and saw Chutian and Lu Qing walking over wearing combat uniforms. At this time, the two of them were no longer the original silver-haired, black-robed and heroic figures. Chutian was carrying a long sword and a shield on his back, and was carrying an alloy box in his hand, while Lu Qing was carrying a silver-gray bow and arrow, also holding a slightly smaller alloy box in his hand. After being fully armed, the two were no different from other warriors, which made Yang Wu, who had only seen them once, almost not recognize them. It was Zhou Zheng and the other three who said hello, and only then did Yang Wu react. "Everyone, have you rested?" Chutian asked. "Get some rest." Zheng Tao and Zhou Zheng said quickly. Wang Ji, who had no expression on his face, also nodded. "Yang Wu, what about you? It's your first time going to the wilderness area, don't be too nervous." Chutian said with a smile. "Captain, I have no problem, I can leave at any time." Yang Wu also replied. "Okay, let's set off now and head to the wilderness area." Chutian ordered. A group of 6 people walked out of the HR Alliance Mall and took an off-road vehicle that was already waiting at the door to the train station. Then they took the train out of the base city and went directly to the military garrison in the wilderness area. Chapter 27 Supply Base. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Hundreds of miles west of Jiangnan Bay City, there is a military region garrison base. Rumble. Accompanied by bursts of harsh roars, the train slowly stopped at the military area station. I saw fully armed warriors and soldiers getting off the train one after another, hundreds of them in total. Of course, the carriages where warriors ride are naturally not so crowded. As the top warrior level team, the Phantom team occupies a smaller carriage by itself. When Yang Wu and his party of 6 stepped off the train, they saw a large number of soldiers in military uniforms taking various supplies from the train, and also taking out a large number of packages from the military area and placing them on the train. Yang Wu, we warriors usually go out to hunt monsters, and when we need supplies on the way, we always enter the military area. In the Phantom team, the most important task of Captain Chutian is to be the strongest combat power of the team. The person in charge of the trivial matters of the team is the Vice Captain Zhou Zheng. At this time, Zhou Zheng said solemnly to Yang Wu, "This is the forefront of our fight against monsters. This is the guarantee that ordinary people in the base city can live safely. The entire Huaxia kingdom, and even the whole world, is protected by military districts near every base city. Because of this, the base city can be safe and sound. Each military district will set aside a special area for warriors who enter and exit the wilderness area. Rest, and when the military area encounters danger, warriors must help to resist it. Also, in the military area, conflicts between warriors are strictly prohibited. Once discovered, serious ones can even be killed on the spot." "Brother Zhou, I understand," Yang Wu nodded and said. The warrior supply base is located at the core of the military region. The geographical environment is very good, with quiet small buildings standing there quietly. "Lao Zhou, your Phantom team will live and rest in No. B3 this time," an officer in charge of allocating rooms in the supply base said, pointing to a rather exquisite small building. Then, the officer handed a key to Zhou Zheng, the deputy captain of the Phantom team, patted his shoulder, and said with a smile, "Old Zhou, you haven't been here for a long time. How long do you plan to stay here this time? If you meet whatever good materials you have, you must sell them to me, and I will definitely give you the best price." In the military region supply base, there are purchasers from various major forces, and this officer is obviously one of them. As for the Phantom team, as one of the top warrior teams in Jiangnan Base City, it is naturally easy to hunt down high-level monsters. Only the true God of War level experts dare to say that they can surpass them. Therefore, the officer was very polite. To Yang Wu and others, Zhou Zheng smiled and said, "No problem, if I come across any good materials, I will definitely find you money." That this special area in the military area specifically used for warriors to rest is not large. After all, warriors are still very rare. After separating from the officer, Captain Chu Tian led everyone towards the three-story building representing B3. A group of 6 people walking on the road also attracted the attention of many warrior teams who were resting. "It's the Phantom team. Haven't they always been in City 003? Why did they come here this time? Hey, I heard that the Phantom team has just recruited a new member. Look, aren't there 6 of us now? We're here, probably to get in touch with the team. Who is it? You are so lucky to join the Phantom team. I heard that he is a genius who has just become a warrior. His name seems to be Yang Wu. Whoever he is, let's go out and say hello to the Phantom team. If we encounter danger in the wilderness area in the future, we might be able to save our lives." As soon as this man finally said his words, many warrior teams were moved. When hunting monsters in the wilderness, even a God of War expert cannot guarantee that he will not encounter danger. Once in danger, the warrior team can send out an emergency rescue signal while escaping for their lives. If there are other warrior teams nearby that can receive the rescue signal, they might go to help. In this military base, there are probably only a few powerful God of War warriors who can surpass the Phantom team. What's more, Chu Tian, the captain of the Phantom team, is a spiritual master. He uses his spiritual power to assist flight, and his rescue ability is much better than that of the average God of War. As a result, some warriors lay on the balcony and shouted hello to the Phantom team. Some warriors have even walked out of the small building. "Brother Zhou, why are you free to come to the Western military region this time? Let's have dinner together later." "Captain Chu, Miss Lu Qing, when can everyone get your wedding wine?" "Old Zheng, when I get back to the base city, I'll go find you for a drink." Many warriors greeted Chu Tian and others enthusiastically, and some even greeted Yang Wu warmly. As for the Phantom team and others, they were already used to the enthusiasm of the crowd. Zhou Zheng walked out directly and said loudly, "Brothers, our team has just arrived at the supply base. We are all a little tired and need to rest for a while. When we return to the base city safely, Lao Zhou, I will treat everyone to a drink. This is what you said, old Zhou, brother Zhou, don't forget it, everyone agreed. Yang Wu and others also successfully arrived at the door of the small building assigned to the Phantom team, sliding the key through the sensor on the door opened immediately and several people entered the house. Captain, I'm going to take a rest first. After Jing Tao finished speaking, he took all his equipment directly into a bedroom. Whoever wants to take a rest, please go and rest for a while. We will set off tonight. Don't lose your energy then. Brother Zhou, remember to explain the rules to Yang Wu. Chutian also ordered from the side. Understood. Zhou Jing responded quickly, then Zhou Jing put down his equipment and sat directly on the sofa nearby, motioning for Yang Wu to sit over. After Yang Wu sat down, Zhou Jing said, Yang Wu, the weather is hot now, and we usually travel at night. If you are tired, go and rest for a while first, so as not to lose your energy by then. Brother Zhou, I'm okay. Yang Wu said calmly. Seeing that Yang Wu was not tired, Zhou Jing told Yang Wu some things he needed to pay attention to when he was on the road. Although Yang Wu also learned a lot of information from the extreme house posts, it was not as comprehensive as what Zhou Jing told him. For example, how to reduce the attention of monsters when on the road, how to find water sources in wilderness areas, etc. In the evening, a group of 6 members of the heavily armed Phantom team left the supply base and set foot on the abandoned road to City 023. However, this time the alloy box in Lu Qing's hands was in Zhou Zhang's hands. Yang Wu was a newcomer, so he walked in the middle of the team. However, what surprised Yang Wu was that Lu Qing, the firepower of the team, walked at the front of the team together with the team leader Chutian. Set off. Chapter 28 Wilderness Area. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Set off. After Chutian gave an order, the 6 members of the Phantom team set foot on the highway to City 023. At this time, the highway in the wilderness area was already dilapidated, and the roads were all cracked. There are abandoned cars, trucks, vans everywhere on both sides of the road. From time to time, you can see a lot of black blood stains on the ground, as well as the remains of various monsters. It is summer at this time, and even in the evening, the weather is still a bit hot. A group of 6 members of the Phantom team kept moving forward on the dilapidated highway. Ho, ho. Ouch. In the fields and dilapidated villages on both sides of the highway, the roars of monsters can be heard from time to time. There are many beast soldier-level monsters scattered in the wilderness area, but these monsters are not worth stopping the Phantom team at all. Their targets are at least junior beast commander-level monsters. Therefore, as long as these low-level monsters don't come to mess with them, they will just ignore them. But after all, there will still be some monsters without eyes that come to die. Ho, ho ho. Following a low roar, several beast-level monsters blocked the front of the Phantom team. It's a tiger mastiff. Yang Wu looked cautious. Apart from the initial combat assessment, this was his first time encountering a monster in reality, but before Yang Wu could react, Lu Qing, who was at the front of the team, had already drawn his bow and knocked an arrow. Call out. Call out. Call out. Soon, several sharp arrows shot through the air, one arrow after another, instantly passing through a distance of several hundred meters. One after another hit the vital points, eyes, or throats of these beast soldier-level monsters that were charging towards the Phantom team. In just such an instant, the monsters blocking the Phantom team were killed one after another. Then, the arrows that were shot out unexpectedly detached themselves from the monster, drew arcs, and flew back into the quiver behind Lu Qing. Can this still happen? Yang Wu looked on stunned. Obviously, all the bows and arrows shot by Lu Qing were taken back by Chutian beside him with his mental power. Huh, Captain, your cooperation with Miss Lu Qing is getting better and better. Jing Tao laughed softly from the side. Yang Wu. Chutian turned around and asked Yang Wu, do you know how to collect materials from various monsters? I know. Yang Wu replied immediately. He gained a lot of experience in fighting monsters from the time simulator. Although he is not as good as Chutian and others, he can be regarded as a senior warrior. Moreover, after joining Extreme House, Yang Wu also browsed many posts about collecting monster materials. Okay. Chutian directly ordered, Brother Zheng, take the materials from the several beast-level monsters in front of General Yang to collect them so that he can become familiar with them as soon as possible. Okay. Zheng Tao responded and quickly rushed over with Yang Wu. In normal times, the Phantom team would not waste time collecting materials from the beast soldiers when they set out. They would only hunt them on the way back if there was room in their backpacks when returning to the base city. Some beast-level monsters, but this time with a newcomer like Yang Wu, Chutian planned to let Yang Wu become familiar with the methods of collecting monster materials. After all, no matter how much you know, it is still not as good as collecting it with your own hands. Zheng Tao and Yang Wu's physical fitness has reached the warrior level, so it is naturally extremely easy to collect materials from beast-level monsters. Soon, Yang and Wu finished collecting the materials from several monsters. And then quickly followed the team. Captain, Sister Qing. Yang Wu said after following the team, this monster material. Yang Wu learned from the Extreme House Forum that materials for beast-level monsters generally belong to whoever kills them. What you collected belongs to you. Chutian said, Brother Zheng, how are you? Did the collection of materials go smoothly? Captain, Yang Wu's talent is good, and he has collected all the materials. Zheng Tao said with a smile, if I hadn't known that this was his first time entering the wilderness area, I would have thought that he was a senior warrior. Captain, let's find an F-class monster for Yang Wu to train with later. Zhou Zheng reminded from the side, after all, this is his first time in the wilderness area. No rush. Chutian said with a smile, Yang Wu's physical fitness is very high, and his marksmanship and body skills are also good. In the first battle, we still need to find a more powerful monster. After hearing this, Zhou Zheng couldn't help but be stunned for a moment, and then said quickly, Captain, the F-class monster is already the most powerful beast-level monster. There are even more powerful monsters than this. Do you plan to let Yang Wu deal with the beast at the first stop? A general-level monster. Zheng Tao and Wang Ji on the side were also slightly frightened. Although Yang Wu's strength is good, it is his first time to enter the wilderness area. It's the first time to hunt monsters. It's great to be able to show your strength to the 5th level. Yang Wu has been able to tie with Wang Ji before. As long as he performs normally, he will have no problem dealing with elementary beast general level monsters. Chutian said calmly, Yang Wu, what do you think, that if Yang Wu can't even deal with elementary beast level monsters, then he will definitely be a drag on the Phantom team. I listened to the captain. Of course Yang Wu knew that this was a test that the Phantom team would put him through, but he was not afraid at all. During the simulation, he also hunted a lot of beast-level monsters, so he had no shortage of experience. Brother Tian. Suddenly, Lu Qing, who had been observing the surrounding situation, whispered, there is a group of pig monsters in the front left. Judging from the size, there should be a beast-level monster among them. That when Chutian and others heard Lu Qing's greeting, they all stopped, took out their binoculars and looked to the left. I saw a group of pig monsters wandering around about 1,000 meters away on the left front. Iron-haired wild boars and one-horned wild boars were slowly advancing, surrounded by a red monster that looked like a tank. Captain, it's a bloodthirsty tank. Zhou Zheng said with a smile, looking at the color of its scales, it should be a junior beast general. Ha! We are very lucky. Just as we set off, we met a beast general level. Zheng Tao was also very happy. Generally speaking, in such a wilderness area, it is difficult for beast-level monsters to appear. Even if it does appear, it will be quickly hunted down by a passing team of warriors. Now that the Phantom team has just set off, they can encounter a beast-level monster. They are really lucky. At this time, the monster group obviously had not discovered Yang Wu and others. Captain Chutian smiled and said, this bloodthirsty tank is quite powerful and can be used just in time to train Yang Wu. Captain, the defense and impact of this bloodthirsty tank are among the best among monsters of the same level. Zhou Zheng couldn't help but persuade, why don't we go find a junior beast general level tiger cat or lion mastiff? Yang Wu, what do you think? Chutian asked. Although Chutian looked calm at this time, Yang Wu knew that if he refused, he might not be able to stay in the Phantom team for long. Captain, I have no problem. Of course Yang Wu would not refuse. All true warrior-level warriors can hunt monsters of the same level. Although Yang Wu's physical fitness is a little worse than the bloodthirsty tank in front of him, his skills are much better, so he is naturally not afraid. Chapter 29 Battle. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. Well, I'll leave this bloodthirsty tank to Yang Wu for training. Chutian ordered, everyone, follow me to kill the beasts, and be careful to leave the bloodthirsty tank behind. Yes, Captain, that the 6 members of the Phantom team are all ready to fight. Although the target is only a herd of beasts led by a junior beast general level monster, once the battle begins, everyone will go all out. Attack! Chutian gave the order and rushed towards the group of monsters on the left. Whoosh! 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 Immediately, the 6 members of the Phantom team turned into 6 afterimages and rushed towards the herd of beasts. At the front were the 2 senior generals Chutian and Zhou Zheng, followed closely by Wang Ji, Zheng Tao, and Lu Qing, while Yang Wu, who only had the strength of a junior general, fell at the back. At the same time, Lu Qing, who was running at full speed, drew his bow and nocked an arrow. Several streaks of silver light flew out first, shooting towards the beasts like lightning. The flying knives attached to Chutian's combat uniform also flew up instantly, floating in the air. Around itself, the distance of more than 1,000 meters was reached in an instant. The first ones to arrive were the arrows shot by Lu Qing. Before the beasts could react, several arrows had already been shot into the center of the beasts, taking away the lives of several beast-level monsters. Boom! With a loud noise, the micro-bomb carried on the arrow suddenly exploded. The powerful explosion caused the monsters near the arrow to lose their lives instantly, and the beast group was also disrupted by the explosion. The power of the bomb is limited, and at most it can only damage a few monsters at the center of the explosion. As for the bloodthirsty tank of the beast general level, it does not suffer any damage at all. Of course, this is also the reason why Lu Qing's arrows deliberately avoided the bloodthirsty tank. Otherwise, with Lu Qing's strength as an intermediate general, he might be able to seriously damage the bloodthirsty tank with one arrow. Roar! The leader of the herd, the bloodthirsty tank covered in red, finally discovered the 6 members of the Phantom team at this time. The hair on his body was like steel needles, and every one of them stood up. The beasts around the bloodthirsty tank also let out angry and crazy roars one by one. The roars echoed in the wilderness, angry and crazy. Led by the bloodthirsty tanks, crazy wild boars rushed towards the humans in front. Call out! Call out! Call out! The flying knives surrounding Chutian finally moved, and the 8 flying knives instantly turned into 8 afterimages. That the flying knife directly pierced the throat of a one-horned wild boar, and then, under Chutian's control, penetrated the head of another monster again at an alarming speed. 8 flying knives, in the blink of an eye, the dozens of monsters rushing at the front, except for the bloodthirsty tanks, all lost their lives. The distance of more than 1,000 meters did not put much distance between Chutian and the rest of the Phantom team. Captain, leave a few for me. Yang Wu only heard Zheng Tao laugh, and then a black stream of light broke through the air from Zheng Tao's hand at an astonishing speed. Looking carefully, it turned out to be a black sledgehammer. Boom! The black sledgehammer instantly smashed a beast soldier-level monster rushing forward, but still rushed to the other monster without slowing down and killed it. Immediately afterwards, an afterimage rushed into the beast group, and it was Zheng Tao who had exploded in speed. Zheng Tao quickly retrieved his hands-free hammer and began to kill the beasts. Only a few sounds of pang and pang were heard, and the heads of the monsters surrounding Zheng Tao were smashed and exploded. At the same time, Wang Ji, who was holding a sword and shield, also rushed into the herd of beasts. He saw a few cold lights and the corpses of all the monsters near him were separated. On one side is a small group of beasts led by junior beast general level monsters, and on the other is a Phantom team of all warrior level warriors. Everyone in the team is an elite among warrior level warriors. The difference in strength is really too big. In less than a minute, the beast herd was wiped out by the Phantom team, leaving only a junior beast general level bloodthirsty tank that roared from time to time. The monster is cruel by nature, and the pig monster is not very intelligent. but by being able to become a beast general, this bloodthirsty tank has some wisdom, facing a group of humans who could take its life at any time. The bloodthirsty tank was extremely frightened and did not dare to act rashly. Yang Wu, I leave this bloodthirsty tank to you, Chutian said calmly while wiping the bloody throwing knife in his hand. Yang Wu, this is your first time facing a beast-level monster. Be careful, you can do it. Zhou Zheng reminded from the side. Yang Wu, come on. Zheng Tao also encouraged him from the side. The other two people, Lu Qing and Wang Ji, also looked at Yang Wu. As for the bloodthirsty tank of the junior beast general level, no one cared about it at all. If it weren't for the purpose of sharpening Yang Wu, the materials on this bloodthirsty tank would have been put into the Phantom Team's backpack. Yang Wu grinned and said, Captain, Brother Zhou, you guys just watch me get the materials from this bloodthirsty tank. After saying that, Yang Wu quickly moved closer to the bloodthirsty tank in front. Captain, you have to be more serious. Don't let this bloodthirsty tank hurt Yang Wu. It will be difficult to explain to Director Zhuge then. Zhou Jing couldn't help but remind him. After learning that Yang Wu had joined the Phantom Team, Zhuge Tao personally invited Chu Tian and Zhou Zheng to have a meal and asked them to take care of Yang Wu. Rest assured, Chu Tian nodded slowly. Although his hands did not move, his mental power was always around Yang Wu. Once he found something was wrong, he would take action immediately. At this time, Yang Wu had stopped at a position more than 100 meters in front of the bloodthirsty tank. The bloodthirsty tank did not dare to act rashly because of the other members of the Phantom Team, but Yang Wu was also staring at the bloodthirsty tank in front of him. Combining movement and stillness, using stillness to break, Yang Wu carefully observed the bloodthirsty tank in front, trying to find the opponent's weaknesses. This is my first battle, and it is also a test for me by the captain and the others. I must fight well, Yang Wu thought secretly in his heart. Roar! The bloodthirsty tank roared. It couldn't bear it any longer. Even if it meant death, it would make the humans in front of it pay the price. Boom! The bloodthirsty tank galloped suddenly, as if it had truly turned into a tank traveling at high speed. It was unstoppable and hit Yang Wu directly from the front. Can't block it hard. Yang Wu's heart moved, and he had already used a movement technique that was close to the subtle level. He was like an agile monkey, quickly getting out of the way. At the same time, the army-breaking gun in Yang Wu's hand pierced out from one side at an incredible angle. Like a bolt of lightning, it pierced the abdomen of the bloodthirsty tank when it missed him. Ouch! A huge wound was opened on the abdomen by a broken army gun, and the bloodthirsty tank roared in pain, but just when Yang Wu was about to miss it, whoosh! A black shadow shot towards Yang Wu's heart. So fast, Yang Wu was startled and quickly turned around to avoid the black shadow. When he looked carefully, he saw the whip-like tail of the bloodthirsty tank. Court death, Yang Wu was attacked by the tail of a bloodthirsty tank. He was so angry that he directly used a returning gun. I saw Yang Wu's right hand placed on the tail of the gun barrel, and his left hand gently rotated in the middle of the gun barrel. Poof! The tip of the rotating army-breaking gun penetrated directly into the back door of the bloodthirsty tank from behind. Roar! The bloodthirsty tank roared crazily, turned around and slammed into Yang Wu crazily. After being seriously injured, the bloodthirsty tank became even crazier. Chapter 30 Kill Alone. You are listening at MaleProtagonist. What a rich experience. Zhou Zheng and Zheng Tao all showed shocked expressions on their faces. Even Chu Tian and Lu Qing, who had always been calm, were slightly dazed. Only Wang Ji, who had a cold face, remained expressionless, but his slightly clenched the fist also showed that he was not calm. It's no coincidence that we were able to hit the vital points of the bloodthirsty tank twice in such a short period of time. Vice Captain Zhou Jing exclaimed from the side, Captain, this time our team can be considered a pickup. Treasure, not generally speaking, when hunting monsters, the best way is to deal with the monster's weaknesses, generally speaking, the weaknesses of animal-like monsters are the eyes, anus, throat, mouth, and the next best thing is the soft abdomen. Many warriors can understand this truth only after spending a lot of time training in the wilderness area, but it is very rare for a newcomer like Yang Wu, who has just become a warrior, to have such knowledge. This kid has a very stable mentality and his marksmanship is also very good. It seems that he has not been affected by his first visit to the wilderness area, Chutian said. Although this bloodthirsty tank is very tenacious, it was hit twice in vital parts by Yang Wu. Even if Yang Wu stops attacking it, it won't survive for long. But, the explosive power of the monster in its death struggle, it's still amazing. Let's take a look again. Although everyone had already seen Yang Wu's strength in the base city, daily sparring and hunting monsters were completely different things. Most of the time during the competition, it was just a point-and-shoot approach, but every time I hunted a monster, it was a life-or-death struggle, facing huge pressure. It would be good for most people to show their average strength for the first time. But now Yang Wu is able to fully display his strength. In this state, he is completely unlike a newcomer who has just entered the wilderness area. The 5 members of the Phantom team continue to look at the battle not far away between the already crazy bloodthirsty tank and Yang Wu. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. The smelly blood dripped from the bloodthirsty tank's abdomen. Even though it had worked hard to tighten its abdominal muscles, the wound on its abdomen was too big and it could not completely stop the bleeding. Blood dripped in the wilderness and dyed a piece of grass red. It is conceivable that the weeds here will definitely be more lush next year. The bloodthirsty tank endured the pain in his abdomen and back door, his eyes flashed with madness, he let out bursts of infiltrating roars, and rushed towards Yang Wu like lightning again and again. With an abdominal injury, the explosive power of this bloodthirsty tank has dropped a lot. Yang Wu saw that the speed of the bloodthirsty tank was greatly reduced, and he felt reassured. Faced with the crazy attack of the bloodthirsty tank, Yang Wu did not retreat but advanced. He thrust forward with his gun in his hand, and while spinning, he collided head-on with the speeding bloodthirsty tank. Yang Wu, who had already gained the upper hand, did not want to waste any more time. When he was about to encounter the bloodthirsty tank, the gun in his hand tilted sharply and stabbed directly into the opponent's mouth. The bloodthirsty tank roared in horror and exerted force on all 4 hooves, trying to avoid Yang Wu's fatal blow. However, when Yang Wu exploded with all his strength, the speed of the army-breaking gun was so fast that the bloodthirsty tank had no time to dodge. Only the sound of a spear entering flesh was heard. The broken army gun entered directly from the mouth of the bloodthirsty tank and penetrated the throat instantly. The bloodthirsty tank knew he would die, and a trace of madness flashed in his eyes. Even if he dies, he will never make life easier for this hateful human being in front of him. Roar! The bloodthirsty tank no longer suppressed its own injuries, and concentrated all its strength on its 4 hooves. It didn't care about the army-breaking gun that rushed into the body, and just slammed into Yang Wu. Of course, Yang Wu would not let the last madness of the bloodthirsty tank hurt him. While thrusting out the spear in his hand, he immediately dodged to the side and easily avoided the last madness of the bloodthirsty tank. Boom! The whole body of the bloodthirsty tank twitched crazily, and then the body, which was gradually losing its life, hit a big tree next to it with Yang Wu's army-breaking gun, breaking the trunk as thick as a bowl. The aura of the bloodthirsty tank gradually disappeared, and finally, there was no reaction at all. This is the first beast-level monster I've killed. Yang Wu stood aside, looking at the bloodthirsty tank next to the broken tree that was almost penetrated by the army gun, and he was filled with emotions. Collect materials. Yang Wu jumped up and came to the body of the bloodthirsty tank in an instant. He took out a dagger in his hand and began to dissect the monster's corpse and collect materials. While Yang Wu was collecting monster materials, the members of the Phantom team who were watching Yang Wu's battle from a distance couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Amazing! Jing Tao sighed from the side. Zhou Jing also praised. How is it? The person recommended by Brother Wu is not bad. Among the Phantom team, the one who has the best relationship with Wu Tong is Zhou Jing. Seeing that Yang Wu performed well at this time, Zhou Jing certainly wanted to praise him. Captain Chutian stared at Yang Wu who was collecting monster materials and sighed. Yang Wu performed well this time. What's even more commendable is that he could obviously slowly wear down this bloodthirsty tank. but in the end he still chose to fight head-on. Fighting in the wilderness area is different from other places. No one knows what will happen next second. If you choose to fight monsters for safety, you may attract a large number of beasts. Therefore, when fighting monsters in the wilderness area, generally speaking, it is necessary to fight quickly and leave the scene quickly. While a few people were chatting, Yang Wu had already collected the materials from the bloodthirsty tank. Okay, the collection of materials for this monster is quite complete. Zheng Tao came over and said with a smile, I also said I would help you, but I didn't expect your skills to be quite good. That the materials on Beast Commander level monsters are much more precious than those on Beast Soldier level monsters, and they are more complicated to collect. If they are not collected well, the selling price may be affected. Brother Zheng. Yang Wu said with a smile, I also watched a lot of videos at the Extreme House, and then I was barely able to imitate the cat and the tiger. Yang Wu. Zhou Zheng also walked over at this time. The smile on his face had disappeared, and he said to Yang Wu with a straight face, your performance just now can only barely pass. Yang Wu nodded and began to humbly ask for advice. Your performance at the beginning was pretty good, but after the last blow, you shouldn't let go of the weapon. Zhou Zheng said seriously, we are in the wilderness area, and we may encounter danger at any time. Once the weapon leaves your hand, maybe you will run into big trouble. Yes, I understand, thank you, Brother Zhou. Faced with the experience taught by Zhou Zheng, Yang Wu quickly thanked him. Okay, Yang Wu performed well this time, and our phantom team is officially open this time. Captain Chutian waved his hand and said, let's keep going. Yes, everyone responded one after another.